Today's date is January 26th, 2008. It's about 7:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to record my workout for the 25th of January 2008. I'm following, of course, I've mentioned before, the Rick Morris 3-hour 0-minute marathon program. Week 8, day number 6 was called a hill repeats workout. It encompassed running 8 times 200 meter hill repeats. It said run 200 meters up a steep hill at 8 to 12% grade. Run up the hill at the fastest pace you can and maintain for the entire workout. And then it said jog down the hill as a recovery between repeats. Let me give you the lowdown of what I did yesterday. Yesterday I did 6 sets, according to my journal here, 6 sets of from 0 to 1 minute and 15 seconds. I ran 8 miles per hour at an 8% incline grade. And then from 1 minute and 15 seconds to 3 minutes, I ran 6 miles per hour at a 1% incline. I did that 6 times. I took a couple breaks in between, very small ones. But overall, it was a total. I burned off a total of 388 calories. I ran 2.75 miles and I ran for 24 minutes. I put in my journal, scheduled run according to the 3-hour plan, and the hill repeats, blah, blah, blah. And let's see what I put. We're super run, Steve, running 8 miles. I actually exceeded the plan. Let me explain something. When I ran at 8 miles per hour at the 8% incline grade, I was actually running 267 meters per set instead of 200 meters, so I actually exceeded that. And instead of running downhill, I actually slowed it down to 6 miles per hour and continued going uphill at 1%. So I got a confession to make. I've been training a lot for marathons and especially on the treadmill, but I've never had to train with these hill repeats so fast like this. And the hill repeats is such a great workout. When you're running up an 8% grade, and God forbid if I had to raise it to 12, I probably would have gasped at 30 seconds of that. But at 8 miles per hour, which is a pretty standard speed I run at, if I had to running up an 8% grade was unbelievably tiring. It was worse than running 10 and a half miles per hour on a steady grade. It was just very intense. And so I got a very good workout in that run. I was very impressed with my performance. Today I have to run at a 7 minute and 36 second per mile pace for 10 miles, which is easy. I've been there, done that. But yesterday was a good workout for me. And all of this is going to help you with your run, and anybody watching this knows that you have to really mix up your runs because you can't just be running on a steady, flat surface all the time because every run is different. I ran the Akron Marathon in September this past year, and in fact, I got to meet the Hall of Fame runner Bill Rogers there too at the convention center and after the race. But it was like hills everywhere, up and down hill. It was unbelievable. So hill training, especially if you're going to run in a marathon where there's hills. Boston's going to have that Heartbreak Hill, so I'll be prepared for that. These hills were unbelievable. One person responded to my blog for the 25th, when I posted it about the lactate threshold. And I want to say the lactate threshold, if you don't know what it is, do some research on it. It's something you need to increase in order to be a good marathon runner. And you can go check out my video on the 25th which was yesterday technically, and you'll get a lot out of it. But I've been doing really good with my runs. I'm pretty impressed. I cannot complain. Like I said, the biggest thing is to work and increase your lactate threshold, but don't take easy shortcuts too. And stretch. That's another big thing. I do want to give you a little advice on stretching here, and I couldn't stress it any stronger. My left buttocks muscle has been hurting me for a while, but it's starting to get better. About a month ago, before Christmas, I was running a 12-mile run, and I pulled it, and I kept running despite it was hurting me, and it really hurt me. And it was affecting me so bad that my hamstring muscle, I couldn't stretch my left leg very well. And I'm finally getting back to the point where I can stretch my left hamstring, and so things are getting a lot better now. So anyways, that's pretty much where that stands. And let's see, I've got, well, technically last last Monday. Monday was 3 months from the Boston Marathon, and I'll be up there running it, so I'm looking forward to it. And all I can say is that if you're planning on running the Boston Marathon right now, the main thing is you got to be qualified for it. That's obviously a big thing. If you're not qualified, you can't run it, which is kind of makes me feel good. Know that it's kind of funny because my goal is to finish in under 3 hours, which I'm on my way to doing. But I'm only going to finish in the top 5 to 6% if I do that. Whereas if I ran your typical marathon, I'd finish in the top 2% or 1%, depending on where I ran. In fact, if you finish, this is crazy, but if you run the Disney World Marathon and you finish under 3 hours, you're in the top 0.1%. That's how when you have these mainstream runs that accept the public, they'll let anybody in. They just fill up real quick. So Boston is very competitive. And my goal, of course, is to beat Lance Armstrong, but at the very least to finish within 10 minutes of his score, and at the very least to do it in under 3 hours. So who knows? Lance Armstrong might run a 2.5 hour marathon this time. Who knows? But it's going to be a great experience. Anybody want to throw any comments my way? That's fine. Just all I can say is what I'm gonna do is as I'm doing my daily blog for my run, I might be one day behind every time I do it, but I want to point out that I'm going to be given like little tidbits of advice on stretching. And also, if you haven't already read my ebook, you can go to treadmill-marathon.com, as you can see on the screen in front of you, and go and get my ebook for $14.95. It's well worth the money. It's 249 pages, and it comes with 2 free ebooks, and it's also for weight loss too. If you're thinking about losing weight, you need to get my book because it's got a 10-week weight loss plan, and the whole book is custom tailored for running on the treadmill. So all I'm doing right now, I can't afford to have sore ankles running and twisting my ankle on the ice. Right now as I speak, it's cold here in Northeast Ohio, and I don't want to be falling on the ice, so I train inside. So, okay, I'm out of here. Today's date is January 26th, 2008, and good luck with your running.